Hello YouTube, this is Nite Misfortune bringing you yet another replay from the game of Supreme Commander 2. This is, of course, Serpents Openfall 2020. We are continuing with our round of 16 matches. Before we jump into this one, I do want to apologize forthcoming for probably the next couple of videos. I think I'm falling a bit ill, so you might hear that a little bit in my voice. And maybe I noticed in one of my last videos I just like sneezed in the middle of it, so that was quite curious. I meant to edit that out, but of course I forgot. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into this match. This match is between Vanady and JayWix, and I'm gonna set the game speed to 3. Let's go ahead and pause in 3, 2, 1, play. And let's introduce our players, starting with our player on the left-hand side of Powderhorn Mesa. It is our orange UEF commander, of course the only person that went with UEF, so he has to support it with his clan tag. He should be supporting OSS because he is of course from OSS. He's none other than JayWix. He's opening up with 1 air factory and 1 land factory. And on the other side of Powderhorn Mesa, his opponent, the teal Aeon commander, another person that has chosen a non-random faction, I guess, for the tournament. It is a Vanady hailing from Clan AA. He's starting with 1 air factory. Looks like he's going to be waiting to get that scout off to determine what he wants to do with that second factory. He does indeed go with 1 land. And it looks like there is going to be an engagement here in the center. Of course, JayWix should have an advantage here to try and engage with those wasps. This game is, of course, pretty important for JayWix as he is on the cusp of qualifying for the Invitational. Of course, those of you that have been following the Discord channels probably should know who already qualified. But as always, there are no spoilers in this video. And as you guys might have known, this tournament was very important for a couple of players. I believe there was 5 players that were on the cusp of qualifying, and only 2 could do so. There was Osmos, JayWix, Soul Ripper, Rainbows, Vanady, maybe 1 other person. And of course, only 2 could qualify. So let's see which one of these players manages to take a step closer to that as JayWix engages with that Harvog. Vanady, of course, taking those Harvogs out, and I'm not sure about this mass of wasps coming out from JayWix. That is quite a bit of them. Looks like this bot with low health is going to catch this engineer. JayWix, though, doing something very cheeky here, trying to reclaim that bot. Very nicely done. That is Engineer 1, Harvog 0 right there. That's beautiful from JayWix right there. But there's another flanking maneuver up in the top as another Harvog is going to make its way down. Vanady is going to micro that bot, doing a great job getting away from that tank fire. And JayWix is doing the right thing there, sending one of those tanks, 1 more tank to just make sure that he wins that fight. Meanwhile, there's engagement here in the center, and JayWix is taking actually anti-air fire with those wasps. He is starting to produce bombers, and I'm not sure that's going to be great for him as he lets another draft of Harvogs through, but he is going to utilize this opportunity to push forward. JayWix is actually pushing. This is actually a very scary fort with all these mobile missile launchers. Let's see what he can do here. Looks like he isn't prioritizing the bots here. Those bots are a little bit on the weak side here, and I think there was an air engagement here that JayWix won. Nope. Vanady just went around here, and JayWix does not manage to get to the commander. Actually, I think he's struggling a little bit. Needs to take out those mobile missile launchers out of the base and try to protect them a little bit more. Oh no, JayWix, that was such a scary push, and oh, what happened there? Not even a factory goes down from that MML fire. I think those MMLs were having a trouble finding targets, and this push has been deterred by Vanady. Quite an unfortunate turn of events for JayWix. I thought he had that fight. Meanwhile, these bots are certainly doing a little bit of damage, taking out a radar. That's a radar more than what JayWix accomplished on the other side with his whole entire army that went down. Meanwhile, these bots, this turd of Harvogs here, is going to manage to continue. And again, there's split firing from these bombers, only managing to take out one when there's other two more that were low health here. Very, very unfortunate game from JayWix. This push really needs to accomplish something. There's a point defense coming up, and JayWix needs to decide right now, is he going to push or is he going to back off and let those mobile missile launchers take that out? Looks like he's going to choose to back off, but fortunately he's just losing way too many units here. These Harvogs are just microing their butts off here. Vanady doing a great job harassing his opponent at the same time, microing his units away in the center to protect his base. The PD does finally go down. I believe that's the first structure that Vanady loses. And simply stunning micro and play by our German player here, taking out a mass extractor here as well. There's not enough bombers here, and it looks like this Air Force is still surviving as well. Vanady playing very, very solid. Is there another point defense? There is another point defense. JayWix does not appear to recognize this, pushing directly into it, losing most of his mobile missile launchers again. And now for sure, he will not be able to push in. And there's a little bit of an unfortunate situation here where two of Vanady's land factories can fire missile launchers onto the structures of JayWix, but JayWix only has one. And of course, the Aeon outranges the UEF on PD range. So that is quite unfortunate. This air really hasn't capitalized for JayWix either. That one land factory just not quite enough to really matter, especially when the Aeon has an air factory of their own. Looks like there is going to be a bombing run here. Does a nice target fire on these mobile missile launchers. 3 mobile missile launchers go down, so that wasn't too bad at all. Unfortunately, he's going to find these planes in the back of Vanady's base. And that is not... Oh, man, that's not a good engagement. Those wasps really needed to be there, and they're still not engaging here. Looks like they got a decent engage here, but they're just not moving now. They're just sitting there. Oh, no, there's not even an out-of-fire on these wasps. Oh, that is so unfortunate. I think the game bugged there, but I think JayWix is still going to win this, but nope, he's not going to win this. That is very, very unfortunate, but the fight that matters is down here. Vanady now has shields, now transitioning fully into tanks with mobile missile launchers. And that is exactly what he needs here. Both players are starting to build that little bit of a dev ball composition. Neither one can push their opponent, of course, but Vanady doing just a little bit better with his mobile missile launchers. Those shields are going down very fast. And I'm just not sure what has gone wrong here for JayWix. I think he just pushed a little too hard with his units early on. And I don't think he could have sniped Vanady at that point. He just didn't have enough tanks. And the split fire that Vanady forced, causing his opponent to go through the center of his base, was just too much of a hindrance to JayWix. And JayWix has lost 2 land factories, and that's pretty significant at this point. He's not even transitioning into demolishers yet, or shields, so I'm not sure what the tech follow-up is. And meanwhile, Vanady is starting to spam air factories. He already has 6 back here, 7th one here in the center. Meanwhile, he's still tied on land factory production. That is insane. And that is all at the same time that JayWix had map control with his air for the longest time. JayWix did manage to do a good job here, expanding here down in the south, but that is going to fall now that he's lost air here, and he can't really engage now. Those demolishers are coming out, but it's not going to be until a couple of minutes that those really start mattering, and JayWix continues to lose land factories. It's just very unfortunate. A bombing run coming in just as the units are clumped. Vanady, nice double push with both armies. Another clumping of units, and that, I believe, seals the nail in the coffin. Great control, great synchronization by Vanady, even a teleport over here past the factories and getting JayWix. That was a wonderful hold by Vanady and great control overall. I think he did a great job coming back in this game. And that is game 1, ladies and gentlemen. Vanady takes the 1-0 lead. Let's see if JayWix manages to even it out in the next game. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to game 2 between JayWix and Vanady. This one is on Desolatia. Man, we're seeing these 3 maps: Desolatia, Powderhorn Mesa, Igneous. It's I think this is the first time I've noticed that, but these are certainly more of the popular maps, minus Igneous, I think. I guess we've seen some Arctic. What other maps were there? I feel like all the other ones have been banned. I guess, no, there wasn't Open Palms. Anyway, let's go ahead and introduce our players. We have our orange UEF commander spawning in the top left-hand side corner of Desolatia. It is, of course, our commander from the United States. It is OSS JayWix spawning down here, building 1 air factory and 1 land factory. Has a second land factory queued up. Again, I don't know about starting air on a map like this against anybody, really. I was gonna say Aeon, but I don't know. It's such a small map. 1 turret can cover a lot. You'll be surprised how much 1 anti-air turret can cover on this map. But anyhow, his opponent, who's going with triple land factory opening, sees that scout coming his way. It is our teal Aeon commander. It is AA Vanady. And this is going to be a very dangerous push from our Aeon commander. Looks like the play from JayWix will be to push down the center. Let's see if he might go for that Alpha Hex play with a transport. I don't think so. There's more bombers coming out. I think he could anticipate that no air was going to come out, so that's why he went bombers on this map, which is smart. Not a bad idea. Vanady already sending these flanking bots around the sides. Doing a great job already harassing. Probably realizing that he's going to have the upper hand on land forces for the time being, at least at the start. But he really does have to utilize this to his advantage here. Because if he doesn't, then JayWix might have a very scary push down the center, especially with that mobile missile launcher. He only has 1 at this point, which I would have built probably a 2 at least to start off. And these bombers, unfortunately, won't be able to do too much. Unless they go after a single Harvog here. Let's see. JayWix should have a radar, so he should see these bots coming behind. He should be able to tell that there are bots too by the speed, and he might have actually scouted them when his plane was flying overhead. And honestly, if I was JayWix, I might switch completely out of air at this point, because his opponent invested heavily into anti-air at this point. You know, it's only how many research points? I think it's 5 research points. So his whole opening research has gone into Harvogs, and if you just build up tanks, maybe get stars instead, that is a very scary force that you would be pushing down the center. You could even leave your air at that point to cover your flanks and just push straight down the center, and I think you would be fairly well off. I think that's what JayWix is actually doing. He doesn't have stars just yet on his units. Not on his commander. I'm not sure where his research is going, but looks like there is a flanking maneuver coming in. And this is going to be quite dangerous. JayWix, again, is being undecisive. This has been the bane of this tournament, I think, for a lot of players. Is just they open up this land-heavy push or some kind of push, and then they're hesitant about pushing their opponent. Which, I mean, is understandable when you're going up against a great player like Vanady. But I honestly think that these 2 players on a good day, if both of these players are playing at their top strength, I think Vanady is a little more favored to win. But I think on an average day, they're actually pretty equal. So they had a lot of league games that they've tied. And I think overall is both of these players have shown some great skill here. Unfortunately, Vanady is going to make his way down into the back here of JayWix's base, and all these bombers are going to try and take him out. And wonderful split by Vanady. And these bombers are just not going to do enough damage quickly enough to take these bots out before they themselves fall. These tanks are not moving, so a little bit of miss micro by JayWix there. And I'm not sure where he is at. Oh, he might catch Vanady over here, though. It's just where is JayWix at? Does he not see? Or does he just not think this is the commander? Oh man, he could catch the commander here. JayWix, oh my goodness, you should... Oh my goodness, where are you looking, JayWix? Oh my goodness. That was such a big opportunity, and now there is like a perfect flank for Vanady here, even though his commander is in trouble. These bots are going to come from both sides, and Vanady is probably just going to micro the heck out of them, already doing so. One bot does fall in this opening, but he does get a wonderful flanking maneuver. Bombers coming in are going to try and attack Vanady. He's nowhere near low enough health to be doing that, and this commander from JayWix is just not covering his units at all. There's so many bots left for Vanady here, and more are coming for reinforcements. Those planes also fly directly overhead, and those planes fall in a very quick manner, and now it is JayWix that is caught in the middle of all of these Harvogs, and that is going to be a quick death for our UEF commander here. And to my sadness, JayWix does end up going down here in game 2, which means of course he's eliminated from the tournament, and his chances of advancing to this Serpents series championship series invitational have been reduced to very low basically. So unfortunately for him, he does go down to Vanady here. I know he was looking forward to this match quite a bit and practiced doing so, and I think he showed some interesting things, and he definitely had his chances, but ultimately Vanady's flanking, I think, caught him off guard quite a bit here. And I wish JayWix best of luck in the future tournaments. I hope he definitely keeps playing in the future. Anyhow, this has been Night of Misfortune, bringing you another round of 16 match of the Serpents Open Fall 2020. I still have another one to record today. It's going to be the last one for the round of 16 matches. And then I'm going to start doing the quarterfinal matches. So that is going to be very, very exciting. We have some great matches ahead, of course, and even not even including the semifinal and final matches, which were totally insane. But of course, no spoilers on those until they are published. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to check out my Patreon to support one of these tournaments, or just to support my channel, please do so at patreon.com/Nite, NITEOM, NITEOM, and check out the ways you can support me, or just like and comment on this video. As for now, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.